welcome to our very exciting festive talk program called Eswatini Lifestyle All Access Roundtable. This is going to be a fun 3 episodes. We'll be unpacking a very interesting word called lifestyle. And this program will be having a couple of very interesting guests with us to unpack some of these topical issues centered around the word called lifestyle. I'm not alone in studio today. I have my co-host, my girl, Miss Beat Down, Miss Nokpila.
Yeah,
Girl, I am so happy to be sitting next to you at this very moment, at this time of the year.
Yeah, I'm actually honored to be, hosting the show, this amazing show with you. I call you the veteran
You're
of
too
television.
nice.
You know,
You're too
you've
nice.
been away for like close to 10
Like
years
forever,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, but I personally want to know. I'm sure that anyone watching right now, how does it feel to come back
To be
on
back,
screen
to be
after
back.
so many years?
You know what? What I can say is it's thank you very much, to the team that I work with at Eswatini TV, because for the longest time I have been behind the scenes. I never left TV. I've just been doing everything behind the scenes. I haven't been in front of the camera close to 10 years. A lot of people will probably remember me from my heydays as Nomkaba Pamali. You know what I'm saying? Singapore, Nick Superstars, Coca-Cola, WhatsApp, continue to presenting, and also did a talk show on a lighter note with Nomkaba. It's been really great. I've been blessed. I'm very grateful, to Eswatini TV. Boyapi, Tisang STBC, Sabes STVA, and then now what ESTVA, you know what I'm saying?
And you're still
and
here.
I'm still part of
And
the
you're still
process,
here.
you understand?
Yeah.
So it feels great. And Nokpila, I met you a couple of days ago, and we had our first chat, after we talked that we'd be working together. And I'm excited, and congratulations for doing a very good job on the beatdown. You're working with a great producer.
Yeah.
Alpha's the best, one of the best, an award-winning producer.
Yeah.
We are proud of him and presenter. So how's that been like for you?
It's been, I've never been in the entertainment space.
Right.
And for me to take up a show, an entertainment show, music, an entertainment show like The Beatdown, it has been a roller coaster. It hasn't been easy. It had those ups and downs. You won't say it, but, I did go through a lot the first few episodes of the show.
I can only imagine.
But then, I'm getting there.
Going with the
I
flow.
want to be so good like you.
Going with the flow.
Right?
Oh, my word. Thank you. You're too nice. Thank you for that. As you can see, we're not alone. We are going to have a very interesting discussion today on lifestyle. We are unpacking the word lifestyle, just looking at issues in around lifestyle, how we live, gender issues and success and all of that. Next to me, I won't go, very far, a swervy gentleman, as you can see, very well dressed. Looking the part. Pastor Tete, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you with us today.
Greetings to the viewers and to you, Nokpila.
Thank you so much, Pastor Tete. Thank you so much for joining us. And then we've got a young entrepreneur. Come on now. We have a whole music artist. Come on now. And then we have, a whole award nominee artist, you know what I'm saying? And you're also in the social space, the social media space, doing big things. Gwenele, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much, Nomkwewo. Thank you so much, Nokpila.
Thank
Pastor
you.
Tete.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
I think we're going to have a really interesting discussion today
Yeah.
because we are looking at the word Nokpila lifestyle. And I think it's one word that everyone is talking about. And I believe, because when you go to our conventional dictionary rather, it tips it as, lifestyle is a way a particular group of people live. It's all about their living conditions, their behavior, and their habits.
Yeah.
That is what really it's centered on. I don't know what your take would be on that and how we'll be unpacking the subject today.
Okay, we're talking about lifestyle, you say, everyone talks about lifestyle on social media. Everywhere you go, people talk about their lifestyle or whoever they look up to from television or whichever source of media. So, we even have television shows, where people share their lifestyles, where we get to see what they wake up to, what they do every day. It's so exciting to see that. But one thing, of course, that I wish we should unpack on the show today is that, let's make what we watch on TV not define the way we should live. But before we get into that, I want to find out from you guys, according to you, Mr. Queen Music, what is lifestyle according to you? How do you define your lifestyle?
simply put it, lifestyle would be my standard of living.
Okay.
Whatever I set out to achieve at the end
Yeah.
of the day, because I have to live within 24 hours. Whatever I do within my 24 hours has to make me survive the
Yeah.
next 24 hours.
Yeah.
So whatever work I put in, that will be going into whatever money I make, whatever I have to eat, whatever clothes I have to wear, whatever effort I put in the day before
Right.
determines my outcome the next day. That becomes my lifestyle.
Right. And just before we just sticking to you, Juanita, for a bit, you're an artist, and a young entrepreneur who's just trying to get there into the business. You are a whole, fast food, entrepreneur and a barber. That's something else that, it's so important. Next time I'm going to come to your salon and hook me up. You know what I'm saying? That would be great. It also speaks to lifestyle because it's your choice of living, as we said.
Yeah.
You have chosen to be an entrepreneur and a musician, and to your piano. Can you just try and incorporate that, into the word lifestyle?
Okay, so with my entrepreneurship and my lifestyle, I realized that when you're an entrepreneur, you can go to bed with 10 malangan in your pocket,
Right.
or you could go to bed with 100 million in your pocket when you're an entrepreneur. So with the lifestyle I live, I try to, it's more connections more than anything. With my fast food joint, if I were to say, with my fast food business, I get to meet a lot of people.
Right.
I sell a lot of people food.
Yeah.
Whilst meeting their immediate needs, I get to have a conversation with them. Hey, yo, I'm Guanele Magongo, and I do this and this and that. What do you do?
Right.
We have the quick conversation, and connect with that person.
Right.
At whatever level, and then whatever business or whatever concept that you guys can bring together, to create future business. Now you're creating a lifestyle of with the food business. I'm creating a lifestyle of financial security.
Okay.
With other things.
Okay, great.
While selling myself on the food, I'm going to expose myself that I actually do hair. I'm a hairstylist.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
And then
There we
post
go.
people more. Brings more people to me.
Networking, putting yourself out there, very interesting.
Exactly.
I know we've got a long way to go with this topic, and we're going to go with much deeper into that, with some of our topics coming up. Pastor Tete, you are one man that is doing very well, in your fraternity, as a man of God, a pastor, but you've took it up a notch, It's not the conventional, pastor that we'll be talking about or talking to today, Peter.
Yeah.
Pastor Tete, I've known him from way back in the day. That used to be a real line, though, guys. Did you know that? That's how far I've known you, and you're a man of God. Your duty is to preach the gospel of the Lord, and while doing that, making sure that let us worship, but let's be fit. While doing that. Let's have those abs, those muscles, and tone up. Ladies, look good.
Let's have fun.
And also have a little fashion sense as well. While we are doing what? Preaching the gospel of the Almighty. Pastor Tete, you do it so well. And congratulations, for doing that and for agreeing to join us today in our roundtable discussion on lifestyle. What would be your take, just looking at your overall, being and what you're currently doing, as a pastor and an artist?
My definition of lifestyle would stem from, being a child of God. It would stem from the book of John 10:10, where Jesus says that they've come it only but to kill, steal and destroy. He says, I came that they may have life and have life in abundance.
Yeah. Okay.
So the definition of abundant life is just living to the fullest.
Yes.
It's just that in our context, we are guided by purpose. There are things which we have to do from the standpoint of who we represent. Yeah. So, but give me issue of lifestyle, I take it as expression of purpose, expressing who you are, because I believe what makes impact in the world, it is when we contribute by who we are. We do not find ourselves being hidden by what people are expecting, but we are able to stand our ground and just bring who we are.
Right.
So in me, or according to me, lifestyle has to do with the full expression of what God has given me: talent, gifts, and then which to me it all comes in issues of purpose. I'm not kakhulu like the kind of maybe other pastors that I know. Kunekwehluka kancane in the way I express my faith.
Sure.
It's not just being rebellious, but we are reaching out to a certain kind of people.
Yeah.
We've come to realize good under the title lifestyle, you cannot then categorize a certain expression as the only permitted kind of expression. We get to point. Me and I work a lot with young people. I work a lot with people who are maybe I would say artists, people who see things a bit different. I work a lot with people who have been questioning a lot of how maybe church has been presented, formal suit and tie and all that. I'm more of like
exactly.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So if God came just to give me abundance for one day, then that's not abundance.
Right.
This thing has to be applicable, has to be relevant
in
all walks of life. So to me, the issue of lifestyle, it's like when you divide the word, there's life. Life, everybody.
Come on.
That applies to everybody. Then style, maybe that's where we differentiate our expression. But low life, like life. Like style, we then maybe change.
That's very
the way
interesting.
The expression.
It's very interesting, Pastor Tete, because I don't know if it's me, Nopila, but you know, at some point when you use the word lifestyle, you don't expect it from certain people. Well, not me necessarily. Maybe let me just say it could be just like a common thing which needs to change because it no longer defines that. Here we are with a pastor, not Pastor Tete. Let me just say a pastor. So other people would just remove that word lifestyle, you know, from that. We always think lifestyle is about glam. It's about going out to fancy events and where there's alcohol, there's big lights, there's food, and there's people half dressed. There's people, you know, coming in different sizes, forms, and shapes, and gender, as we will be unpacking gender at some point, because that's a real one, you know, that's also out there that we'll talk about. So hearing you say that, it's very interesting, Pastor Tete, because we need to, you know, Peter and you want to get away from thinking that we are speaking to a certain people. People are diverse now. Lifestyle is diverse.
That's the style part he spoke about. You would see we're all into life. We're all in there. But, you know, it differs individually. We would say, okay, Mina, this is how I choose to lead my life. But there's one part about, you know, the whole lifestyle thing that I'm really curious about. Where we would say, do we really need to force ourselves? Because now I need to have a style, you know? I'm in life, but now I need to have a particular style. You know, I have my own lifestyle, but for anyone that is, you know, finding it difficult to balance that up, you know, now I need to force myself into wearing certain brands, certain labels. Do we really need to force ourselves?
I wouldn't say force ourselves, but I'd say that with every lifestyle decision that you make, there should be a duty to it.
Okay.
Yes, if you decide to, if I wake up every morning and I tell people that I'm a musician, but I'm not singing,
right?
I can't be a musician.
Yeah,
there's a duty to it. So I'm living life, as Pastor Tete says, and the style is musically.
Right.
I'm living life musically.
Yeah.
You know, so I cannot then box myself. Other musicians are not doing this because I have to know myself first. You know, also exercise self-identity, live out your identity first. You know, within life.
Okay.
Because we're all there.
I think we're talking about the social economic status. That's what we are really moving into right now with what you said. That it is a lifestyle. You're a musician and you feel that you need to live within that cocoon of making that presentation each time you wake up and leave your house every morning. But is it doable every day? Do you feel like that every day? Do you feel like an entrepreneur every day?
I don't want to lie.
It's
I don't want to lie. It's I think with lifestyle is things but to come back born. You go and you adopt these things.
Right.
Pastor Tete probably wouldn't know. I used to be a minister myself back in the day, you know, as a younger guy.
Whoa. God does these things.
You see, I used to work with young people, and I was in church. I grew up in church up until my teenage years were done, I think, and then I decide, let me go out into the world now. I think I've been equipped because I've been stemmed strong in the Word of God. As I'm in the world, I'm led by the Spirit of God, because the Spirit of God is everywhere.
Right.
It's not like it's in church, it's not
I believe
outside
in that
there.
as well.
You see, so I went out into the world, and I'm trying to speak what I know, what I came from, which is church, the gospel. I preach it in each and every different type of way I can. As when I sometimes I won't call myself a musician. I call myself a minister of through music.
Lovely.
So that's
I
a
think
lifestyle.
The choice of words is also so important. Pastor Tito, you mentioned a lot of that as well. Before we started recording, you remind me of the guys are saying behind the scenes, the real conversation. But now we are having the real roundtable discussion. The definitions, being put in in a certain
box.
We tend to box things, and it's a good thing that we have Pastor Tete with us here today, because I think your fight is probably bigger because you're a pastor and there's so many expectations, from the church. Now we are talking about social economic status, your social standing. It comes with the high level, then there's the middle class, then there's the low class, and then you want to preach a gospel, right? And you want to preach that gospel too. But I'm sure at the end of the day, you want to be able to have, ticked all those 3 important boxes of people, that are there, because those lifestyles, whether we like it or not, they do exist. How do you go about doing that or achieving that at least?
I think in my case, I had to be specific because, I think frustration, depression stems when you have set up goals and you can't meet them.
Right.
Like, I wanted to reach a certain class of people. You don't get to reach that class of people. You think of yourself a failure. When in actual fact, you are supposed to direct your energy, direct your resources, direct what you have to the people who can hear.
Yeah, and which is that
Relevant,
class though,
relevant.
before I disturb you, that you mentioned that you wanted to reach that certain class of people, and that was very frustrating for you because you couldn't get to that certain class of people.
It
Which
wasn't.
class is that?
It's not a class.
Right.
It's a, being a minister, being a pastor, you are told you are called for everybody. You see. Your story has to be relevant to everybody.
Everyone.
Should it
Which
be
is inapplicable. No, it's
That's
irrelevant.
why we need to talk about.
It's the same thing that happens when you are playing soccer. If I'm a defender, my biggest responsibility is to defend. I'm not going to rush into the box and try to score goals. My first work is to defend. So I think maybe if we had a lot of time, I think I was going to be able to sort of like break it down.
Interesting. So you then made that decision, and which is now the core people or group that you are working with. If you could elaborate on that a bit more.
I'm being given in the arts. Being gifted in the arts. I draw people who love music, who love dance, who love poetry. So having a background of theatrical production through Bospila and Nje back in the day.
Wow, yes,
so I was able
that.
to convert that, bring it into the faith, raise artists, coming into a church situation where that is not really there.
Right.
Yeah, so we are now working on bringing that to the fore. It's not only pulpit ministry.
Yes. Tell us about that. What I also like that you do, which is different and very adorable, is the sports part of you, which I think will probably elaborate, when we come back, because trust me, this is a very interesting topic. We've got so much to talk about. As you can see, Nokpila, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting topic. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.